In a distant mountain village where clouds kissed the earth and time seemed to move slower, there lived a wise old monk named Master Anan. His temple was simple, nothing but wooden walls, incense smoke, and silence. But people from far and wide would climb the rugged hills just to seek his advice. One day, a young man named Ravi arrived, his clothes soaked in sweat and his eyes heavy with worry. "Master," Ravi said, bowing deeply, "I've come from the city. My life feels like a battlefield, endless deadlines, noise, stress, and confusion. I do everything they say leads to happiness. I've chased promotions, bought the latest gadgets, attended parties, but every time I grasp at happiness, it slips through my fingers. Why can't I find it?" The monk looked at Ravi with kind, wrinkled eyes. "Sit," he said simply, and handed him a warm cup of tea. They sat under an old Bodhi tree where golden leaves danced in the wind. The monk spoke. "Let me tell you a story. The empty jar. A man once came to me many years ago, much like you, asking how to be happy. I handed him an empty jar and told him to go down to the river and fill it with sunlight." Ravi looked puzzled. "But that's impossible." "Exactly," the monk smiled. "Yet every day that man tried. He stood by the river, hoping sunlight would somehow stay inside that jar. It never did. Then one morning," the monk continued, "I handed him a small oil lamp and said, 'Now take this back to the jar.' When he placed the lamp inside, the jar lit up from within. He smiled for the first time in years." Ravi looked thoughtful. "You mean happiness can't be poured in from the outside? It has to come from within?" The monk nodded. "Happiness is not something to chase. It is something to awaken. Most people are like that man with the jar, trying to capture sunshine from the outside. They try to trap happiness in money, titles, or relationships. But these are fleeting. True happiness glows from a peaceful mind, not a perfect situation." Ravi leaned in curious. "But how do I light that inner lamp?" The monk raised a finger. "3 simple practices. Would you like to hear them?" "Yes, master." "First," said the monk, "learn to accept the ever-changing nature of life. Storms come and go. Good times and bad take turns. Yet we suffer because we want the good to last forever and the bad to disappear instantly. But like seasons, both must pass." He pointed at a withered flower. "See this? Yesterday it bloomed. Today it fades. But that doesn't make it any less beautiful. When you stop resisting life and start accepting it, even pain becomes a teacher." "Second," the monk said, "give without expecting anything in return. When you offer kindness, whether it's a meal, a smile, or a word of support, you plant seeds of joy in your own heart." He told Ravi of a story when he gave his last bowl of rice to a hungry child during a drought. "That night my stomach was empty, but my heart was full." And years later, that same child came back as a teacher who fed a whole village. Happiness given always returns, sometimes not immediately, but always. Lastly, the monk said gently, "Forgive. Not for them, for you. Anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other to suffer. When you let go, your heart becomes light. And don't forget to forgive yourself too. Everyone stumbles. Everyone has scars. But those scars are proof that you've lived." He leaned closer. "Happiness is not the absence of mistakes. It's the ability to begin again." Ravi sat in silence, tears welling in his eyes. Not of sadness, but of relief. For the first time, he saw happiness not as a destination, but a way of walking. Before leaving, he bowed once more. "Thank you, Master. I thought I came here to escape my problems. But now I see, I came to understand them." As Ravi descended the mountain, nothing had changed in the world. The city still buzzed. Deadlines still loomed. But inside him, a lamp had been lit, and wherever he went, it gently glowed. Happiness isn't out there in the noise. It lives in the stillness of your own heart. So slow down, breathe, accept life, give without asking, forgive often, and above all, light your own lamp. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs light in their life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon to stay connected with timeless wisdom every week. Let's walk the path to inner peace together.